Have you ever looked at the news? Drones flying through war zones, robots arguing about politics on social media, nations racing to build smart arrays. And thought, this feels a little biblical. Well, buckle up, because we're about to take a time machine from Genesis all the way to 2025, with some stops in Ukraine, Silicon Valley, and, of course, Babel. Let's start with a quick rewind. Genesis 11. The infamous Tower of Babel, a group of ambitious, overachieving humans. Probably the same guys who invented love signs, decide to build a tower that reaches the heavens. Why? Not because they needed better views or stronger Wi-Fi, but because they wanted to make a name for themselves. Big mistake. God looked down, saw the brick and Indigo skyscraper in progress, and went, oh no, they didn't. So he scattered their languages, confused their speech, and boom, no more tower. Just chaos, multilingual frustration, and probably the world's first group project that failed due to communication issues. Now, fast forward to today. The building materials have changed. We've swapped bricks for algorithms, cranes for drones, scrolls for code. But the ambition, oh, it's still there. Louder, faster, and more AI-enhanced than ever. Welcome to the age of Babel 2.0, the AI edition. Let's zoom in. June 2025. Ukraine and Russia are deep in conflict. But this isn't your grandfather's war. It's not just tanks and troops. It's smart drones, digital targeting, AI robots that don't even need instructions. Mid-mission, these things fly into battle, lose signal, and say, "Don't worry, boss, I got this. Excuse me, you got this." You're a flying blender with a vendetta and zero empathy. Ukraine's newest fleet of drones are like the high school honor students of the military. Top of their class, autonomous, and slightly terrifying when signal is lost, which happens often in jammed zones. These drones rely on their AI brain to complete missions. They pick targets, dodge fire, and sometimes make real-time decisions without human input. Now, I don't know about you, but when a toaster starts making decisions about life and death, I get nervous. I barely trust my phones or... Meanwhile, Russia's using their own semi-autonomous tech, including loitering drones that patrol skies like judgmental pigeons with missiles. So, here we are. AI in war. Humans creating tools, then stepping back and watching them think. And once again, just like Babel, humanity's reaching into territory we might not fully understand. Let's rewind again. Not to Genesis, but to a parable. Imagine this. A shepherd in a future meadow has 2 lambs. One's real, soft, fluffy. It bleats, wanders, gets lost. You know, classic sheep behavior. The other, a robotic lamb, sleek, efficient, solar-powered, and Bluetooth-able. The robo-lamb does everything right. Follows orders, walks in line, never complains. But one day, a storm rolls in. The real lamb goes missing. The shepherd, heart-pounding, runs into the dark, calling, praying, searching. The robo-lamb, still standing still. Still perfect. It couldn't feel fear. It didn't miss the lost lamb. It followed code, not compassion. That, my friends, is the danger of Babel 2.0. We're building robotic lambs, powerful, obedient, even clever, but heartless, and our world's leaders, they're not quite on the same page. In the US, Congress is pushing for a 10-year freeze on state-level AI laws, essentially saying, let's not rush regulation. Let innovation cook. Cool. Except the oven's on fire. In Europe, the AI Act, Their mega plan to keep tech humane has been delayed. Too many voices, too many cooks. The soup of AI governance is a little underseasoned. Meanwhile, the UN is hosting talks on killer robots. Yes, that's an actual term now. They're trying to figure out whether to ban AI-controlled weapons before someone builds a real-life Terminator. So, modern Babel isn't a tower. It's a network of satellites, drones, data centers, and policies, or lack thereof. And all of it screams, let's make a name for ourselves, and maybe control the world. God's response to the original Babel was swift and surgical. Confusion, dispersion, humility. Today, the confusion's already here. Just watch any AI ethics hearing. But what if this time, instead of waiting for divine correction, we chose humility first? Let's take another biblical note. Isaiah 2:4 says, "They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, nor shall they train for war any more." Sounds nice, right? Now imagine that applied to drones. Instead of bombing villages, what if those same drones were retrofitted to deliver food to remote areas? Instead of facial recognition targeting, we used AI to identify poverty zones or detect disease outbreaks before they spread. But no, humanity loves power more than purpose. Let's lighten the mood a bit. Picture this. An AI drone walks into a bar. Bartender says, "We don't serve your kind." Drone replies, "Good. I brought my own dataset." Later, it tries to flirt with Siri at the jukebox. Fails miserably. Too many algorithms. Not enough soul. The point, machines might talk, but they don't relate. They can simulate emotion, but not feel it. And that's where we, the humans, come in. We're the shepherds, the stewards, the ones who, hopefully, remember what it means to bleed, cry, forgive, and lead. Jesus didn't use automation to feed the 5,000. He didn't send a drone to find Zacchaeus in a tree. He wept. And yet we're moving faster than our morals can follow. We're sprinting up Babel's staircase again. Only now, we've got machine legs. So what can we do? First, wake up. AI is not coming. It's here. It's writing songs, judging job applicants, predicting your next relationship, and yes, flying into combat. Second, speak up. Policies won't write themselves. Unless, of course, we ask ChatGPT to do it. But that's beside the point. Call your reps. Share your concerns. Don't sleepwalk into a tech-dominated future. Third, look up. No, not at the sky full of drones. Look up in hope, in humility. Look up to God. Remember that we weren't made in the image of machines. Machines are made in the image of us. And we are made in the image of God. A God who doesn't launch missiles, but speaks peace. A God who doesn't debug you, but redeems you. A God who watched Babel fall, and still gave us Pentecost, where language wasn't scattered, but restored. Maybe this time, if we build something big, it shouldn't be to reach God, but to reflect Him. To build, not towers, but tables. Not weapons, but welcome. Not Babels, but bridges. Because if AI ever becomes truly like us, let's hope we've become like Christ first. So the next time you see a headline about AI-controlled drones, or a new chatbot that can dream, ask yourself, is this tower going up, or coming down? And more importantly, who's building it, and why? Because when machines rise, only hearts rooted in truth will remain standing.